everybody. Megan Fox. She is trending after admitting on the podcast Call Her Daddy that she fell in love with all kinds of people all the time while she was married to her now ex, Brian Austin Green. So the question is a wandering eye a problem when you're in a relationship? Julie?
Okay, all right, here's my take. Is it just a wandering eye or is it like a wandering vagina? Like, what do you... Thank you. Like, where do you cross the line? And the other factor for me is like, is this somebody you're just like, looking at one time and then you'll never see again, or someone you encounter like frequently? It's like, are you, crushing on like your brother-in-law and you're always like eye boinking him at family reunions?
You're what?
You know what I mean?
Oh. You're eye blinking?
Boinking. Yep. I'm boinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's someone you see all the time, it's like, oh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. You know, that's a totally different thing.
So, like, if it's actually realistic and probable versus just a passing stranger.
Yes, or frequency, or you know what I mean? Anything like that.
So would you check, like, I think the thing is that are we checking in on everybody's eyes all the time, right? If it is just the eyes, like, the fact is that, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna call myself out here. My eye has wandered, and I wanna look at you guys. Have any of you who are married had wandering eyes?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny, Cynthia?
What's that?
You guys all know you're on live television. Okay, just making sure.
I don't know. To me, I think we need to normalize the fact that, like, if you're in the course of a long-term relationship, I'm not dead. I'm a human being, and I'm going to see other people that I find attractive. And I think the more that we talk about that openly, the less than afraid you are if all of a sudden in the course of your long-term relationship you find someone that you find attractive. Like if I wasn't aware of that as being a normal thing, I would be like, oh my God, my relationship is over. Whereas I was able to go, you know what? This is gonna pass. This person's gonna have stinky breath at some point in time. I'm gonna get over it and I'm gonna come back to my relationship.
Yeah. So this is where I get stuck though, is because she doesn't just say she was physically attracted to people. She said, I was in love.
Well, her relationship didn't work out very well. So I don't think we're gonna be, you know.
But so there's two things here. She said she was in love, so I can, like, I'm human. I can look and be attracted to someone physically, but to be in love with someone, I'm gonna be emotionally attracted to them. And that requires work and effort. And if you're putting that work and effort into all the other relationships and not your own, I get curious and I say, okay, what's happening at home that you're not addressing? And could you take that energy that you're putting into the other person and put it into your marriage or your partnership or whatever? And I am saying all of this from the lens of a person who loves my marriage. I want to be in my marriage. I want my marriage to work. So I appreciate I have that lens going at this. If you don't love your marriage, I can see how you're gonna wander.
Oh, let's not make that a binary, though. I think that I think the big failure that Hollywood and Hallmark cards, no offense to either, have done is giving us one version of what a successful relationship can look like. And it's very rigid and it's got very strong parameters. And I think that's the reason why we see over a 50% divorce rate. A lot of people find themselves not being able to fit in that, despite having said, till death do us part. And so I would love for us to, again, start to be like, you can invent your own relationship model. You just need to talk about what that looks like and what the parameters and boundaries are. That, to me, is the next phase of things. It's like, let people love how they want to love. And there's no one way that needs to look.
But that only works if you're talking.
100%.
Yeah, if you're not, and that's where, like, Megan Fox has said she was so mad when her ex was, like, wandering eyes.
We're not gonna look to Megan Fox for relationship advice.
Yeah, can we stop looking at Hollywood for any, relationship advice? And obviously, again, Megan Fox wandering with her eye is one thing, but how would she have felt if her husband was doing the same thing?
Right?
Yeah.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.